Come on. What's up, SNA fans? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video where I'm going to be making the latest edition of Friday Night SmackDown on March 22nd, 2024. And yeah, SmackDown, like most of what happened on the Blue Brand show, I really, excuse me, it was exactly how I predicted it. I'll say at least 98% of everything. Like if I could say so, I'll say most of the segments and matches like were exactly how I predicted it, except for the opener show and maybe the promo, the face-to-face segment. But everything else is how I would predict it on my bingo card. But I'll say two of them I kind of forgot, which was like this week it will be it was Rey Mysterio versus Santos Escobar and Naomi versus Io Sky, which by the way was it's still the show. Like it was the most underrated main event worthy, even though it wasn't like it was like if it was main event at WrestleMania, but still it could main evented a very entertaining pay-per-view. Like whether if it's A plus or B plus like PLE, but any further update? I mean, for the further delay, let's start off with the most interesting match until the end of the match: Rey Mysterio versus Santos Escobar. Jay even had including a vignette like of Santos Escobar, like from the last time, like when Rey Mysterio was in the ring when he pretty much took him out. Even though like it was just he beat him down like to write him off out of programming, and he went and got his surgery, and he recovered for the past few months until a couple weeks ago. I believe it was at the beginning of March. Was it March 1st when Rey Mysterio made his return tonight against Santos? But let's with Mysterio taking on the leader of Legado del Fantasma. I see. What is this? Is monster truck? Yeah, really? But anyways, yeah, let's just start off with Mysterio went and not waste no time. This is where he started hitting some punches and punches and forearms and some stomps right onto the former NXT Cruiserweight Champion until Santos Escobar kicks him right into that lightly. This is where he got onto his knees, or knee, I should say, at least his left knee. What's his name? Santos Escobar. He's like he was wrist apron. This is where he springboard and hit a hurricane rana right into the lower left corner, which is the diagonal corner from where they were at. This is where Rey Mysterio went right back diagonal from Santos Escobar. This is where Rey Mysterio went right from there and went right back, hit a baseball sliding drop kick right into the family jewels. And I was thinking to myself, I start a family with her soon because your special devices are not going to work correctly because they just got jacked up by the man that you took him out and put him on the shelf for the last 3-4 months. And then this is where, And I was thinking to myself, like, why is Jessica Carr's not doing her job? Like, she's the one that usually does her job. I understand why she didn't see anything and make sure that didn't happen. This is where we got Rey Mysterio. This is where the Rey Mysterio told Santos Escobar that he's like LWO for life, and this is where Santos Escobar then got back up. This is where Rey Mysterio tried to Irish whip right to the upper corner ropes. This is where he counters and Irish whip him instead. This is where he does a sliding duck. He hits a back elbow when he's coming to the bottom side corner ropes. This is where he starts stomping on the midsection right onto Rey Mysterio. And yeah, I gotta admit, even though it didn't turn out the way I planned it to be, but at the same time, I planned it to be, but even though it don't have to be, but it did in the way that it was. I'm not sure if it was even necessary. The best way to put it, like it could have turned out like in a better way, but not trying to criticize the company. Just saying, like of the booking side of things, like which it didn't even make any sense. But anyways, this is where he throws him right into the right into the. This is where Santos Escobar tried to throw him right to the left corner side, bro. This is where he needs him right in the midsection. This is where the Santos Escobar went for the right corner side again and hits another drop kick right on the Mysterio. This is where it goes for a pin. But this is where Mysterio got the shoulders up at 1.3. It was 1 because he counted at 1, but like a couple like a 0 point couple of seconds later, then it was he hit to the left. And then this is where he hit, what dive was it? It was like a sliding splash right onto him when Santos Escobar was laying flat on the ground. This is where Rey Mysterio was like, yeah, people, you're going to see plenty more of the LWO leader beating this traitor up. And this is where fans are like, yes, please do. End things with Santos once and for all. And then this is where we got Rey Mysterio back in the ring. This is where Santos Escobar got back in the ring. He held him hostage by doing what's that, like a double arm stretch lock, like with his knee onto Mysterio's back until Rey got back up. And this is where the former 2006 Royal Rumble winner then try to make a immediate comeback by kicking him right in the gut, and he finally pushes him right off him. He runs right to the bottom corner ropes. This is where Santos Escobar hits a big boot right into the face. What's it? This is where Santos Escobar's like, you think you could get mine? And then this is where he placed him right to the bottom right corner side ropes. This is where he hits a knee right into the gut and Santos Escobar hit it right into Mysterio's gut, to be exact. And then this is where Santos Escobar was like, you never beat me, Rey. Like, you should have been paying attention with me and not bringing in fellow colleagues from your past. Even though you don't really remember them hanging out with them, only just a few times. And this is where he picks up Rey and puts him right into the upper right side. This is where Santos Escobar's like, you're looking at the new Lucha Libre star in this business. And this is where he waited too long. And once he tried to go in to hit his attack move onto Rey, onto the top rope, this is where Rey kicks him right in the face. This is where he got back down immediately after. This is where he throws him right to the upper right corner side. This is where Rey started pounding him in the head with some heavy strikes. And this is where then he Irish whip him right to the bottom left side, but this is where Santos surprisingly counters and threw Mysterio instead, which he went front of the buckle. This is where Santos Escobar is like, keep on trying, Rey, but I am not gonna stop. And then this is where he puts Rey Mysterio in the tree of woe. This is where then Santos Escobar did a side swipe and kick right into the ribs of Mysterio. And this is where he stepped right back and went to the upper right corner side. This is where the Santos Escobar try to go for a spear right onto Santos, but this is where luckily Mysterio flips right up. So he misses him and he hits shoulder first. This is where then Rey Mysterio goes right up on the top rope of Tina the Turn. I'm talking about two ways. This is where Rey Mysterio then hits this is where then Rey Mysterio throws him back in the ring. He went right into the the lower right corner side turnbuckle. This is where he hits a leg drop senton like maneuver. This is where he started going for clotheslines, and then this is where he picks him back up, and this is where he Irish whip him right towards the bottom corner rope. This is where what's his name? Santos Escobar did a real quick spin. I should have known what he was up to, and because when Rey Mysterio made a mistake and hit the least most smart maneuver in sports entertainment / pro wrestling, when he bowed his head way before Santos Escobar was coming his way, before he can even do a body drop like maneuver, but Santos Escobar immediately intercepted and hit a sunset flip powerbomb right onto Rey, but luckily Rey didn't land hard. He flipped right over, hit a middle drop kick right onto his former LWO teammate. This is where he took a page out of his former WWE colleague's playbook and hit the lion salt right off the right corner side, like if he was a luchador version of Chris Jericho. And then this is where he goes for a pin, but the referee counted the 1, the referee counted the 2. But Santos got the shoulder and right leg up at 2.999999999999999, double triple 0.9 0.1 away from being 3. And the rough, and yeah, and And yeah, no one was not expecting that Santos Escobar was going to kick out like that. Like in this, and then yeah, Rey Mysterio did not expecting him to actually kick out like right after hitting that move. But that's where Rey Mysterio Hurricane Rana's Santos Escobar right into the bottom right, bottom, just the bottom corner ropes in the bottom feet, I should say. And this is where he tried to run to the top of the head of the ropes, try to go for a 619 because that's his move that he always do in the wrestling match. But he gets instantly super kicked right into the face. And you know the rules in the wrestling rule book on the page 4003. Like if it doesn't work the first time, it's a guaranteed the second time. But anyways, this is where Santos Escobar then go for a face buster, and then this is where Santos Escobar picks up the spins over the Hall of Famer of last year, try to go for a pin, but Rey Mysterio got the shoulders up at 2.1. Total opposite what Santos Escobar did when he hit him with that lion salt. And then this is where Santos Escobar couldn't get enough of calling poor Rey old man, saying like your days are over, you little old man. And this is where Rey Mysterio had enough of being called an old man, and he hit a big flinging enziguri kick right into his head, like flinging right into the side of Santos's head. And this is where he did a second time. This is where Rey Mysterio then drop kicks Santos Escobar right into the bottom right corner. This is where then Rey Mysterio then hits him face first right onto the Alan the announce table, like on the sign of the SmackDown sign of Alan the announce table first. Then this is where he did it on Alan the announce table, and then this is where Ray then grabs onto the table. This is where he hits him face first. This is where he cleared things up from the Alan the announce table, so he got somewhere to walk through, which he did. So this is where then he jumps right over Santos Escobar. He runs right onto the announce table, hits a jumping of the most insane, I would say, the most insane senton leg drop that any luchador has ever done. I was like, wow, like this is why he's the GOAT of Lucha Libre. Like no matter what, I don't care whoever says whatever, like whether who's the best like in the modern day the Lucha Libre, or who's the greatest, who's the most amazing luchador or in Lucha Libre or whatever you want to call it. Like yeah, like it doesn't it doesn't matter who calls himself the greatest luchador or the best luchador or the most amazing or wonderful luchador in all of professional wrestling. Like Rey Mysterio is the GOAT. This is why he's the best of all time, in the best, if not the greatest luchador of all time. Yeah, because he's come up with moves that nobody can even think of doing. Like not even Commander with a K on AEW. But anyway, this is where Rey Mysterio then collects Santos Escobar. This is where then he throw him back in the ring. This is where at first he hit him face first right into the Alan the announce table. This is where then he shoves him face first right onto the ring post. This is where the Rey Mysterio cleared the way by taking the sign from the top rope. This is where then Santos Escobar. This is where the Santos Escobar runs right into try to run right into Rey Mysterio, but Rey Mysterio hits a big forearm, and I apologize for saying it was a guarantee the second time, because I don't think he did the 619 on this match, because as soon as the referee was distracted with Santos Escobar and not looking at Rey Mysterio's direction. This is where we saw Rey Mysterio try to go for a springboard senton right off the top, but this is where somebody in his mask, like in a Rey Mysterio mask, grabs him and flings him right over the ropes, and then he goes airborne right inside the ring. And then this is where this individual unmasked himself, and you will not believe exactly who this guy was. It was none other than his flipping son. Like, where the hell did he came from? Like, and this is where Santos Escobar took advantage, like, of this moment with Rey Mysterio being too distracted by his son, costing him his match and his opportunity to beat Santos. And this is where he turned around. Santos Escobar got him into the Phantom Driver. 1, 2, 3. And your winner of this match and the end of this feud, I guess you could say, Santos Escobar, unless it's just beginning. But either way, it seems like we're going to revisit this feud. Let's hope it won't be another one-on-one match. I mean, unless Dominic's going to win. But at the same time, I'm not sure if I want to see this match, because we already seen it. Rey Mysterio already had his moment. Not already have his moment like that. Rey Mysterio already wrestled his son. I'm not sure what's this point of wrestling him again at this point. I can see in the future, maybe when he retires, but I don't think at this time, Rey Mysterio should be fighting his son again. Maybe do a passing of the torch from last year to Dominic, but I don't think. I mean, unless it's going to be some kind of a tag team match with Santos Escobar and it could be Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio taking on Rey Mysterio and Andrade, or even Carlito. But at the same time, I think it should be Andrade. But let me know in the comments down below on LWO. We could see Dominic Mysterio teaming with Santos Escobar along with Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo and Electro Lopez taking on Rey Mysterio, Zelina Vega, Carlito, and Andrade El Idolo. And who else could possibly be in the match with Andrade El Idolo, and maybe Dragon Lee. Yeah, Dragon Lee. That's right. And who else? Or Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wild. That's right. It could be Andrade El Idolo, Carlito, Joaquin Wild, Cruz del Toro, and Rey Mysterio and Zelina Vega. It would be a 5-on-5, 10-person tag match, at the grandest stage. But I think that would be the best option because I don't see no point of seeing Dominic Mysterio facing Rey Mysterio one-on-one. With a win over Rey Mysterio next year. I mean, not this year. Enough left in this tank for another good year. And let's hope that'll be the case. And maybe we could have Dominic Mysterio finally defeating his dad and brag about he defeated his self-proclaimed deadbeat dad. His words, not mine. Because I have nothing but respect for Rey Mysterio. I've been a big fan of him since I was when I was very little. But anyways. Dominic Mysterio celebrated with Santos Escobar, and it seems like we're going to be doing something with Legado del Fantasma with them adding Dominic Mysterio as a what's it called member, an honorary member, and then we can see Andrade be added in the honorary member as the Latino World Order, with Rey Mysterio contacting the leader of El Idolo. But we're just going to have to wait and see what's going to be the future. But I would say this was a good match. I'll give it the 4th best match. But I would say the finish was very unnecessary. I was thinking to myself, how come we have contests with Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo come out there and beat up Rey Mysterio, and they can have some kind of a build to LWO versus Legado del Fantasma, but they're doing it, but it's in a way that I'm not sure if it's a good idea to do. But let me know in the comments below if you like what you see, or do you think, or do you agree with me? And it should be a little more different than this. Comment down below. But let's move on to the next wrestling news. This is where we got Bayley going backstage, and this is where Bayley went and finally found Naomi with her getting prepared for her match against Io Sky. When Bayley was like, "Hey sis, I just want to say that I thank you, and thank you for coming out there to help me, and you're a good friend, And then this was and it's very hard to come by friends around here, though. But I just want to say I was very grateful for your help 7 days ago, even. This where she was and I didn't mean for you to get in the middle of it and all. This where Naomi was no, don't sweat it. I can do this any day. If I have my sis and your sis back, I have your back, sis. And this is where Bianca Belair is you really gonna trying to fool Naomi here, and so you didn't need it, you made me you may not have meant it every single thing that you had against Naomi in the past, but you meant every single thing every time I got attacked. You didn't mean everything that every I'm not about to say bad things happen. I mean you didn't mean every single thing about what happened for the Naomi when she got attacked by the Damage Control faction, but you meant every single thing what happened to me when I got attacked by the heel faction. And this is where, I had to put it up for the past 2 years, and while she left the company by that time, I was here stranded, and I only had a few friends that I did at the time to beat you down, but it still wasn't enough for you to get the point. When I was the women's champion, for another day, and I know you, Bailey. You're just pretending you're really sorry, and you're a changed woman. I hate to break it to you, or even I would love breaking it to you. You're not sorry. You haven't changed. And you're just feeling guilty on what you did from the past is catching up to you. And everything has everything coming your way. You're going to deserve it. Maybe and then now you're realizing that your actions have consequences, baby. And baby's all right. I get it. You don't think I don't know that? I know all that now. I lived through this. I'm still living through it to this day. And this Bianca was no. And he was now you're I'm actually getting everything. And I don't understand where you're coming from, baby. You're trying to fool and trying to brainwash Naomi here to be on your side and feel and get herself in a mess that she shouldn't be getting into. And this is where Naomi's all right, Bianca, you're just calm down, just listen to me, talk to me, and you'll probably understand for me. You're probably not gonna listen to her, but please just listen hear it from me. And this is where they went for a little walk, and they even hilariously walked past Cody Rhodes when he was signing some autographs for autograph posters for fans. I believe that has his face on it. But this is where we got Austin Theory and Grayson Waller of the A-Town Down Under team taking on the Good Brothers next, which let me tell you, that was a very tremendous match. And let me tell you something. I'll give you a little bit of a clue, which is going to be kind of obvious when you catch on to it. Let's just say that on the second bracket of the spot on the six-pack ladder matches, on this match, also came true just like last week with the New Catch Republic and what's their name, Legado del Fantasma, and you're gonna see exactly what I am talking about once you hear exactly what I have to say. For those that's unaware, of course, that just want to hear exactly what I just watched and what just went off the air nearly an hour ago. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna let's talk about backstage with Naomi. And this is where Bianca Belair's I don't get why you're feeling very bad about Bayley. I told you not to get caught up with Bayley. And guess what you did? You did exactly what I told you not to do, and you're suffering the consequences along with Bayley. And then you got beat up with Damage Control. And then now you're gonna be in the same position like I was for the past 2 years. And this is where Naomi was listen, Bianca, look and be I'm feeling you right. I feel you right now. Everything you say is 100% true, and it's absolutely valid. But I can't do. And then this is where she was I cannot do anything about the past. And if I could, and I would, everything would be a better place right now. And that's true because she was dealing with management trying to have her purposely lose to the girl that she's talking to for the WWE Women's Championship. Well, it was Raw Women's Champion at the time, but you get what I'm saying. And that explains why the other one that nearly jobbed out to Ronda Rousey's all elite right now. Even though nowadays regimes has changed because Triple H is the top guy in management, and then Vince McMahon sold the company to Endeavor. So that's, and then also, Vince McMahon's no longer going to be able to have a spot as chairman again because he has the more allegations against him, especially with Janelle Grant in the lawsuit. But that's another story for another day. But my point is, he's triple out of luck of his chances of rejoining WWE and trying to go back in his role as chairman. But anyways, this is where we go back and talk about, Naomi went on and say like, and then this is where Naomi had her know that she do have her back, like as well, like, but she don't back down anybody. Like she gonna go out and do the thing that you do, like, and you like she's not gonna be doing this by herself, because it's gonna go. Like and whether if it's facing one of them or all of them, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do to Io Sky when I kick her face in. And if I don't do this, like they're gonna be taken out one by one, which I believe Naomi's starting to be like the Seth Rollins in the women's division, because like it's similar to like when Drew McIntyre's in his unforgiving heel run, like with Drew McIntyre saying like, I don't trust Jey Uso because he's one of the reasons why I'm not the undisputed WWE Universal Championship right now. And Seth Rollins was like he's the change man. Same with Cody Rhodes, like everybody can change, which Drew McIntyre's not buying it. And then when Seth Rollins is getting involved with helping out with Cody Rhodes to take out the bloodline for good, because Seth Rollins does not like whatever Roman Reigns is continuing with is lackluster title reign, like with him hardly showing up. And then Seth Rollins like, I gotta do this, like, and if I don't do it now, they're gonna be taking this out one by one. Something similar to like Naomi saying about Damage Control, which they're like the female version of what's their name, the Bloodline. But anyways, and then she was like, I even though I couldn't do it, like, and this was like, and I know I cannot do it all by myself, like just like you couldn't do it by yourself in the last couple of years, like, and you need to understand, like, if we come together, then we can take down Damage Control for good. And then this is where she walked out of the area in the hallway where Bianca was still standing at, and then this is where she was getting ready for her match after the Good Brothers versus A-Town Down Under match, which it started off with Luke Gallows and Austin Theory, I believe, with Austin Theory was mocking him, saying like, A-Town down, like I believe we haven't met yet. Like, I am Austin Theory, the youngest United States champion, the greatest United States champion, and Mr. Money in the Bank briefcase holder, and a future undisputed tag team champion. This is where Luke Gallows was like, man, this guy's so annoying. Like, I don't care about your lame, meaningless speeches about your resume. Like, because I'm gonna be me and my boy Carl are gonna be calling this Triple Crown champion, the next Triple Crown, I should say, right into the jaw of Austin Theory. Toss him right to his corner. Tags in his tag partner, Carl Anderson. This is where he starts stomping him in the midsection, start hitting some karate chops right into the chest of found the Hungry Hippo Ball. Good. And this is where then he tags in. This is where he tags back in Luke Gallows. This is where he tosses them right. This is where right in the upper right corner. This is where he starts hitting some strikes right onto Austin Theory. And this is where he tosses them right back in the middle. This is where Austin Theory hits him with a right strike, but this is where as soon as he left and tagged in Grayson Waller, he tried to charge at him, but Luke Gallows hit another right uppercut. So this time the Grayson Waller. This is where he tagged in Carl Anderson. This is where he did a double team of a kick into the midsection. This is where he did a double drop kick. This is where Austin Theory tried to clothesline Carl Anderson, but he ducks out of the way and right on time. This is where Luke Gallows pulls on him out of the ring. This is where we got Carl Anderson hits that somersault right onto both A-Town Down Under members. This is where Michi and Mia Yim was like, like let's go, bros. Like, which they're trying to get a shot at the Judgment Day Tag Team Champions, along with them trying to get a shot at Braun Breakers and Baron Corbin's NXT Tag Team Gold. But anyway, this is where we continue the match with, I believe, Carl Anderson and Grayson Waller, I believe. Like when he got him back in the ring, this is where This is where I believe Grayson Waller then tagged in Austin Theory. This is where what's his name? Carl Anderson then go for his comeback moves on to Austin Theory. This is where he go for a double axe handle. This is where he try to close on, but he ducks, hit a super kick in the midsection. This is where he runs right to the top corner side, hit a running swinging neck breaker onto the former United States champion. This is where he sent him right to the bottom right corner. This is where he tried to charge into, but Austin Theory did try to go for what's that called? Try to go for like a blockbuster neck breaker, but this is where Carl Anderson hit a double A spine buster because his name's halfway to double A, but he's probably related to the man that invented the spine buster. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, he could probably be his nephew. But anyway, this is where Grayson Waller tried to go for a rolling stunner, but this is where Carl Anderson came out of. This is where Carl Anderson intercepted his attempt and hit a double A spine buster right onto him. This is where Austin Theory tried to go for a town down to Carl Anderson, but this is where Carl Anderson kicks him right in the face. This is where he's like, yeah, machine guns popping everywhere. This is where he was pointing this way, started shooting at him. This is where we got Carl Anderson then go for that sliding diving neck breaker right onto Mr. A-Town. This is where he tried to go for a pin, but Austin Theory kicks out at 2.99999, double 2.90 away from being 3. This is where he tags in Luke Gallows. He's like, tag. This is where he tried to go for the magic kill. They try to go for the magic killer right on the Austin Theory, and he would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for that meddling Aussie, which is Grayson Waller, of course. And then this is where he attacks him from behind. This is where it's a stroking right forearm, right to the face of Carl Anderson. This is where Luke Gallows grabbed him by his neck, nearly about to choke him, but he choke flipped him out of the ring until Austin Theory tried to take advantage, hit him with the most devastating move, and all the sports entertainment, the surprise roll-up. And he got the 1, 2, 3 thanks to second bracket tournament for the second spot, a 6-pack ladder match on the SmackDown side of things. I don't know. It's been months the last time, or years, like even like a year or two the last time I saw this go. I'll say about a year. But anyways, the winner of this match, A-Town Down Under of the team of Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. And yeah, and whoever wins on tonight's match between the Street Profits and the Authors of Pain, they're going to take on the A-Town Down Under. And yeah, let me know in the comments below if the right team won, or do you think the Good Brothers should have been more deserving of a shot at the tag team championship. But maybe they did this for 2 reasons. One, they need to give Grayson Waller, Austin Theory something to do at WrestleMania, and two, the Good Brothers are going to be probably taking on Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin if they can win this little turmoil tag team matches, like who's going to be the next number one contender for the NXT tag team at Stand and Deliver. But anyways, yeah, let's move on to the next news. We got some, not next news, let's on this next slide. This is where they start hyping up on vignettes with Braun Breaker, because he obviously signed a contract with Friday Night SmackDown about a month ago. And I wonder what's next for the current NXT tag team champion, or current one half of the NXT tag team champion, I should say. No. But yeah, they're hyping him up like perhaps he can be a killer and the unbeatable star in the mid-card side of things until he gets promoted into the main event spot. And heck, I wouldn't even be surprised if he fights Roman Reigns or Cody Rhodes, like whoever's the undisputed WWE Universal Championship after WrestleMania. But let me know if he's going to get a shot at the main event scene sooner or later, right down below. But let's move on to the next match, which was Naomi taking on Io Sky. And as soon as Damage Control came out there, it seemed like there was something wrong with Io Sky because she wasn't coming out. It was only Dakota Kai, Kairi Sane, and Asuka. And then this is where Naomi's like, where the hell is Io at? And I thought she was getting attacked by someone, perhaps a certain role model that that's trying to get some early revenge onto the current WWE Women's Champion. Well, no, it's vice versa with her throwing her right through the wall into the right corner. This is where she was like, I'm coming after you next, Miss Naomi, or should I say thank you, which I don't, she didn't really did say that. It's on my version of saying this. The SNA podcast version of what Io Sky said about taking out Bailey and then going after Naomi next. But this is where we got transform him.
Yeah. Well, he transformed.
Transformers, robots in disguise, like your grandpa would say.
That's so silly.
He is so silly because he eats jelly for breakfast. Okay, I was kidding. But anyways, that's where we got a replay of the Pat McAfee show live in a what's that? I believe in the inside of at a basketball court for a college football game. And this is where he started telling them how much of the greatest wrestler that he became out to be. It's a gimmick. And this is where it's like, and this is where he started comparing his time and his time being the Universal Champion, like in his early days, and whatever Cody Rhodes was doing, like who cares? Like no one didn't even care. Like he was probably over there in the other place, like barely being a mid card champion or whatever, yeah, and trying to make that the second biggest prize of that company, and he's a buck. And then and guess what? Like I didn't need to bring Hollywood here. Like Hollywood, like spotted me, or he's like I'm the only guy here that don't have to go to Hollywood to get some success. Like Hollywood came to me, like, and they want to be. And they want to do some entertainment projects with me. And it's where Pat. I'm trying to transform him, but I can't find his head. Oh, there it is.
Oh my goodness.
Here you go. Anyways, this is where Pat Mac. Everybody in the room in the court, or like when they had this little interview with Roman Reigns on the latest episode of Pat McAfee show, with everybody putting their the fans and Pat McAfee himself started putting the ones up in the air. They're like, yeah, tribal chief. And this is where they'll keep hyping up about later on the night on this segment with Cody and what's his name? Cody and Rollins Roman.
Where's his head?
Good question. Oh, there it is. Here you go. Anyways, this is where we do get the match with Io Sky and Naomi. This is where Naomi did not waste no time at all. She just started going for forearms right into the face of Io Sky, just beating her to death. This is where she placed her right into the upper lower left side, like trying to get some kind of retribution against the current WWE Women's Champion. This is where she started ramming her right into the midsection. Like, why is the man with you?
Not head.
Just like this.
No, not head. Head.
Just,
no, but they will.
Okay, we'll see.
Yeah.
Why don't you say so? Anyway, this is where the name start booting her right into her face, right into that corner. And this referee's like, all right, like be careful, like keep your leg on there. This is where she split was booting her right into her face until the referee went up to 4. This is where she tried to throw Io Sky right into the upper right corner side next. She tried to go face first on there, but this is where Io Sky put her foot there to stop her. And then a big right hand, well, more like a miniature right hand because considering the size of her hand. And this is where then she started going for another couple of them until she tried to Irish whip right to the bottom upper right corner side. This is where then Io Sky boots Naomi right to her face. This is where Io Sky did to Naomi. This is where she knees her right into the face of right into the corner. This is where then Io Sky then went step right back. This is where then she grabs Naomi. This is where she tried to go for This is where it looked like she's about to go for a suplex, but she changed her mind, started trying to choke her, throw first right into the left-hand side ropes. This is where then the referee then warned her to let go of her, or else she would get DQ'd by the count of 5. But this is where she only got the count of 2 with Io Sky letting go, surprisingly. I would expect it to be 3 or 4. What?
Where's it gone?
No, it's right here. Anyway, this is where she Irish whipped Naomi right into the diagonal corner in the bottom right side. But this is where Naomi caught onto the rope. This is where she hits a springboard instant Giri kick, shooting right into her face. This is where Naomi then readjusts her onesie, like right into her upper side. This is where then she goes for leg rolling. That's where the fans like glow, 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 glow. And this is where she. And then this is where then Naomi then goes for what's that, like a climbing, swinging running bulldog right off the middle ropes. Right to no. Trey. Gee. You gonna play parachute? Okay. After Uncle gets done.
I didn't get some more.
This is where she hits that like a leg swinging running bulldog right on the EO. This is where then EO then rolled out of the ring. And this is where Naomi's like, shoot, like what is up with EO right now? Like I know she's very she's very tough, but I know she's tough to beat, but I know she was this tough.